Hello student, today we are going to study NCERT Economics Class 9 Chapter 1 The Story of Village Palampur. Now you are thinking that as you come in the new class, you have read the social studies in the previous classes in 6th, 7th and 8th. So you have the idea that this subject is that much lengthy. Now in the ninth standard they introduce one more other subject, that is the economics. So how much lengthy subject it is. Like you find history boring, you find geography interesting. In the political science you find like it's some kind of interesting. Now they introduce the another subject. So you thought that this subject you would like it being very much lengthy, and now we are not get very much interested in that, but I will make it interesting for you like that. If I like tell you that this economic subject which going to introduce in the ninth standard is deal with the market, where you come to know how we have to earn the money, how we have to earn the profits, and how we have to do the such kind of production or such kind of business that can by which we can earn the money. So this is the, like you can say, the brief view of the economics, that what is the need of the economics. Economics deals with the, you can say, the economy. It deals with the market, it deals with the, you can say, the stock exchange, it deals with the other political scenario in which we can see what are the other things is going to be happen. So in the economics which we can see that like it's by the political scenario, it by the, you can say, the scientific scenario, by the number of the economics, or you can say by the number of the initiative which was taken by the government for the financial help. So these are the certain things in which we are going to deal with this. In this chapter they're telling about the story of the Palampur. Like it's a village where there is a nearby some towns from where they, how they used to do the agriculture, how there are the different kinds of, I'm saying the different kinds of labors, because there are some are having the land, some are not having the lands, like how they used to do the work and how they used to earn the money. As you have the idea that India, like most of the Indians are dependent most on the agriculture. Most of the production, you can say, most of the earning used to come from the agriculture, and they used to earn their livelihood. So these are the certain things which we are going to discuss in this chapter. Like all the people of the Palampur are engaged in the agriculture. Yes, most of the people are engaged in the agriculture. You can say the in the farming field, and some of the people who are not engaged in the agriculture, so they are doing the other production purpose, just like they are doing the dairy production. They are selling the number of the products to the different, you can say, the towns, or some of the people used to go in the factories, some of the people used to go in the other shops to do the work. So like if we talk about the Palampur, that it is rich, or you can say the flora of the agriculture, that number of the people are used to engage in the agriculture. So we are going to deal with this, and what points we have to cover in this chapter. This are the first was the introduction, like what the stories about this Palampur village, then the organization of the production, like what kind of the certain things which we need in the production, just like we want labor, we want land, we want the physical capital, we want the fixed capital and the working capital. We are going to deal all this point in the detail. Then we have to cover this also factors of the production. Land is fixed. Is there a way one can grow more from the same land, and will the land sustain? So these are all the things which we are going to discuss in this. Like according to this, like you have to keep this thing as an economic deals with the market, where you get the idea how to earn the money and how to get the profit. There are the different ways in which, like in this class there are only 4 chapters which we are going to deal with the whole year, but in the later on classes, if you go in the higher classes, you will come to know the economic subject, such the interesting subject where you can learn about the science as well as you learn about the maths in this subject. What the economics deal with the market, economics deal with the, like you can say, the stock exchange. It will have the finance ministries used to help in the number of the economics, and the number of the people who used to deal with the market. They used to get the number of the idea, like what are the economic scenario we have, like of our country, of the state, of the, you can say, the district or the city, or you can say the village. So certain scenario which we have, like the particular area we get this much of the production by the graph. The next thing you will improve your production, like how we have to earn the money, what changes we have to do, like we can increase our production. So these are all the points which we are going to deal with this. Like let's start with the story. What the story is that, like where the on the page number 1, from the introduction, Palalpur is well connected with the neighboring village and the towns. That is, Rajgan, a big village, is 3 kilometers from the Palampur, and all the weather roads connected to village Rajgan, and the further on to the nearest small towns to the of the Shahpur. Many kinds of transport are visible on the road, starting from the bullock carts, tongas, bogas, and a wooden cart drawn by the buffaloes, loaded with the jaggery. Jaggery means the good, yeah, God. And the other commodities to the motor vehicles like the motorcycle, jeep, tractors, and the trucks. Palanpur is well connected with the Rajganj. That is also a very big village, which is near. How much the distance they have? That is the 3 kilometers. Then the villages is about 450 families belong to the several different castes. There are 450 families which belongs to the different castes. The 80 upper caste families own the majority of the land in the village. Their houses, some of them quite large, are the made up of brick and the cement plasters. Like some of the houses were very much big. They made up of the cement and the plaster, the SCs, like the scheduled castes, or you can say the Dalit, the comprises of one third of the population, means they are the third of the population, live in the one corner of the village and in much smaller houses, some of which are of the mud and the straw. Their houses is made up of mud and the straw. Most of the houses have electric connections. So this in this village, you can't see that they are not having the electric connection. All the like number of the houses they have the electric connections. Electricity powers all the tube wells in the field is used in the various types of the small businesses. They are using the electricity in the small businesses. Palampur has two primary school and one high school. There is a primary health center run by the government and the one private dispensary where the sick are treated. So they have like in this particular village where till far away what we have seen the number of the peoples were there, the 450 families which are belong from the upper caste and the one third of the family which are belong from the lower caste. Then there are the connectivity to the transportation system is very much good. Then we see that they are having the two primary school, one higher secondary school, and one government hospital and the one private dispensary. In which the description above shows that the Palanpur has fairly well developed system of roads, transport, electricity, irrigation, school, and health center. Compare this facility with those to the nearby village. You can compare this like Palampur village is having all the kind of necessary thing. If we compare with the other villages, because nowadays still today in India, some of the villages are there. They don't have the proper, you can say, the healthcare facility. They don't have the schools. They don't have the dispensary. They don't have the electricity. They don't have the irrigation system. They don't have the transportation system which will they connect to the roads. Like some of the villages are that they have to cross. They have to go towards the village by crossing the river. Some have to cross the bridges, but there is not. You can say there is no not a proper development of the bridge, or there is not a proper development of the roads because the, some of the administrative, or you can say some of the government work, they're going towards there because they don't find the certain things that they have to make it. Like what we have to do is, for regarding this kind of village, what we have to do is we have to make some documentaries and show in the front of the world and to the government as these are the some villages which are lagging behind that but they are not having the proper you can say the facilities of the irrigation of the electricity of the like primary school, higher school, then the government hospitals and the dispensary. All these things if they come into the consideration, after that the government take the step or they can build the certain kinds of things. Now we go further. The story of Pavalapur, an imaginary village. Yes, it's an imaginary village because I already said you that there are the some of the villages which they find they don't have that kind of the facilities. Will take us through the through the different types of the production activities in the village. The village across the India, the farming is the main production activity, which I already explained. Most of the Indians depend on the agriculture. Like if we are the highest like all over the country or all over the globe we are the highest which we are engaged in the agriculture. Farming is the main production activity. The other production activity referred to as the non-farm activities, like the which activities which are not included in the farm, that is used to consider non-farm activity. Means the people who are doing the agriculture work, we can say the people are engaged in the agriculture. If someone is doing the dairy production, or someone is having a shop, or someone is having the salon, or you can say the barber shop, so we can't say them as the farming. We can't say them they are doing the farming activities. We can say that they used to do which kind of work, the non-farm work activities. The other non-farm activities include small manufacturing, transport, shopkeeping, etc. We shall take a look both of these and these activities. Now come towards the this organization of the production. The what do you mean by the labor? The labor the people used to have. Like if we take the, if I give you the example, there is one farmland and there are the two. I'm saying the farmers, which they are not having their own land. They used to go towards some big farm and they said that we want the work and we want to do the work in your agriculture field. So that big farmer allowed this person that you can do the work and I will give you the money as a salary or you can say the wages. If we talk about the land, this land is the fix. On the land, we're doing the different kinds of, you can say, the growing of the crops, by which there are the different kinds of agriculture we're doing, and by the way we do the production. If we talk about the capital means the human effort which we're using in the farming activities, where we're doing the different kinds of work, like without the human effort, can you grow the number of such crops in the particular field? No, there is a need of a human effort because we need to put seed, then we have to give the nourishment, we have to give them the manure, we have to give them the water, we have to look after the agriculture field. Like none of the insects can affect our agriculture. So this kind of physical capital we need. If we talk about the fixed capital, what is the fixed capital? Fixed capital is the money which is fixed, or you can say the land also is come in the fix, which we can't move from one place to another. Is that possible? Here we can take the Palanpur and we take in the hand and we can shift it to another place. No, it's not possible because land is considered as the fixed capital. If we talk about the working capital, what the working capital is, if you're doing the work and if you doing the work in any of the field, within the farm activities or the non-farm activities, after that the particular, you can say the big farmer or the boss used to give you the salary or the wages that used to come under the working capital. Then the last, which we're talking about the factors of production, there are the different factors of production. Some are in the farm activities and some are the farm factors. And now we are going to in detail what are this thing is. The aim of the production too is to produce the goods and the services that we want. Yes, it's the aim or the motto is to produce the particular product that which will fulfill our wants. There are four requirements for the production of the goods service, that is land, labor, capital, and the physical capital, which we are going to discuss. The first requirement is the land, and the other natural resources such as water, forest, and the minerals. The second requirement is the labor, that is the people who will do the work. Some production activities require highly educated worker. Yes, in these some activities we require the you can say the highly educated person. In the some of the activities we do not require that much highly qualified person. Educate worker to perform the necessary tasks. Other activities require the workers who can do mutual work. Mutual work means they understand they're doing the work and they used to help each other. Like if the two persons are there, they can help each other. They can first I will do the work, then you will do the work. Each worker is providing the labor necessary for the production. For each and every production, we require the labor. They can do the work, and by doing the work on the what they work they did, we have to give them the wages because according to their ranks, you can say according to their you can say the what the rank that we have provided to them. So on the basis of that, we used to give wages to them. Now we talk about the third requirement, that is the physical capital. There is a variety of inputs required at every stage during the production. Yes, there is every stage of which I already explained in brief that at the every stage we need a physical requirement in the terms of the human efforts, that such as what are the items that come under the physical, that is the tools, machine, building. Tools and machine range from very simple to such as the farmer plugging to the sophisticated machines such as the generator, turbines and the computers. Means जो tools होते हैं, जो machines होती हैं and this building we require the human effort. इसको चलाने की human efforts की जरूरत पड़ती है, उनको ये सारे काम करने की जरूरत पड़ती है. जैसे कि generator, when they have to start the generator, when they used to use the turbines, when they used to start the machines. If they used to go in any different production, what they start doing that, they used to make the building. For that, what we require, the labor we require, tools we required, machines we require, the different kinds of, you can say, the number of the objects which we require to make the building or for the production of the agriculture. So these are the certain things which we require. If we talk about this, the second in this, that the tools machine building can be used in the production over the many years are called the fixed capital in the After the physical capital, it used to come under the fixed capital, which are fixed, we can't change it. Raw materials are the money in the hand. Production requires a variety of raw materials such as yarn used by the weavers. Yes, yarn. You have the idea. You have read in the sixth stand about the in the science that how you have used to make the yarn from the particular cotton and the weavers and clay used by the potter. The clay is using for making the potter जो हम कहते हैं मिट्टी का मटका. Also, some money is always required during the production to make the payments and buy the other necessary items. Raw material and the money in the hands are called the working capital. Unlike the tools, machine or building, these are used up in the production. Unlike the tools, machine and buildings are the used in the production. There are the fourth requirement. The fourth requirement which used to come in this, you will need the knowledge of enterprises to be able to put together the land, labor, and the physical capital. Production and the output either to use yourself or to sell in the market. Means the thing is that the labor and the labor which we have used, the physical capital which we have is all together we made the particular product, or you can say we made a particular object, then we sell it in the market. So we have the certain idea of the market, of what the market situation we have, what the peoples want, and what we have to sell for them. According to what their demand we have to make the production of the particular product, then we have to sell it in the market. So produce an output either in yourself or sell it in the market. These days is called the human capital. This we used to call it the human capital. We shall learn more about the human capital in the next chapter. In the second chapter, we will come to know what the in detail what the human capital is. You can see this picture, a factory with the several laborers in the machine. You can see this picture in your textbook where you can find this picture of where the number of the workers used to work in the factories. Then, in the picture item is the land, labor, and fixed capital used in the production. Every production is organized by the combined land, labor, physical called the human capital, which are known as the factor of the production. Where you have to keep this thing in mind. Every production required labor, land, physical capital, fixed capital, working capital, all together make the factors of the production. And now come towards the farming in Palampur. The first topic is land is fixed, which I already explained where you can't move the land from one place to another. The land are the fixed. You can do any kind of work which you want to do, whether you want to do the farming activities, if you want to set up the building, if you want to set up your factories, and which you want to do the work. So there are the different ways in which you can do the different kinds of work. Farming is the main production activity in the Palampur. 75% of the people, think about it, the in this small particular village, the 75% of the people of the Palampur are engaged in the agriculture, who are working to depend on the farming for their livelihood. They could be the farmers or the farmer laborers. The well-being of these people is closely related to the production on the farms. But remember that there is a basic construct in raising farm production. Land or under the cultivation is what uh, practically fixed. Means here it's what the those who are the big farmer, those who are the small farmers, like the big farmers having the land, so they are having the number of the laborers where they used to do the work in the under the with farmers after after growing the crops, after ripening up and after harvesting it, they used to get this salary on the every basis, or you can say that they used to get the wages on the daily basis, on the every month, or you can say the daily basis as well, by which they can earn the number of, you can say they earn the wages from this particular thing, or you can say a particular production. If the number of the person or number of the laborers, if they do not satisfy with the one work, they have to go another in the another field also to do the work, because from the one earning or the fun when they used to earn the money, they do not fulfill their all the needs, because in the particular family there is the one person who is used to earn the money, and for eating the food in the particular family, there are some of the families which they are having more than 10 to 12%. मीन्स कुछ ऐसे लेबरर्स होते हैं जो कि उनकी एक कमाई से घर नहीं चलता है, क्योंकि उनके घर में 10 से 12 लोग होते हैं, तो दूसरी जगह जाते हैं और फिर वो अर्निंग्स करते हैं, यानी वो डिफरेंट फील्ड्स में काम करते हैं ओवर द पीरियड टाइम्स. लाइक सम ऑफ द फील्ड्स आर दैट दे यूज्ड टू वर्क 6 months. After 6 months they are not having the work, so they used to shift towards the another you can say the field and do the work over there, because they want to earn the money, because they are not having their own land, so they have to go to different big farmers, or you can say the different landlords, where they have to do the work of this in the different field at the different you can say the season according to the crops, where in which year, or you can say in the which season they can grow the this crops. But remember that that is the basic construct in raising the farm production. Land area under the cultivation part, practically fixed. Since 1960 in Palampur, there has been no expansion in land area. Since 1960, there has been no expansion. That land is in the fixed position are under the cultivation. By then, some of the wastelands in the village have been converted to the cultivated land. Some of the wastelands converted into the cultivated land. There exists no further scope to increase the farm production by bringing low land under the cultivation. Now, the standard unit of measuring the land is in the hectare. That through the villages you may find land area been discussed in the locals. Like in English, we used to measure in the hectares, but in the local language they used to call it as bighas, then gunitha, etc. 1 hectare equals to area of a square with the one side measuring the 100 meters. You can compare the area 1 hectare field in the area of your school ground. Like if you have the idea of your school, so this school is in the 5 hectares of the land. Now, is there a way one can grow more than the same land? Is that this was another topic of this chapter, that is there a way one can grow more from the same land? Yes, there is the way. On the particular land, you can grow more than one, like on the particular land, or you can say that in the same land you can grow more than one crops, or you can say that one of the more than more agriculture at the particular land. Yes, what you can do is, like in the particular side you are growing, like you can give the example, like say a crop, and you have to give the distance of around 2 feet, then you can grow the bee crops over there. So in the particular land, you can grow different kinds of crop, but by giving the 2 feet of the distance. Now we are going to in deep in the kind of the crops growing facility available. Parampur would resemble a village in the western part of the state of the Uttar Pradesh. This particular village is in the Uttar Pradesh, which is the western part. All the lands is cultivated in Palampur. Lone is left idle. All the lands of the Palampur is cultivated. यानी जो जितनी भी खेती है पालमपुर में, सबसे ज्यादा खेती वाले कोई भी ऐसे लैंड नहीं है जिसको छोड़ रखा हो. During the rainy season, Kharif farmers grow on the jawar and bajra. These plants are used as a cattle feed. It is allowed by the cultivation of potato between the October and December. They used to cultivate potato in the month of October and December. In the winter season, Ravi, that means the fields are sown with the wheat. From wheat production, farmer keep enough wheat for the family's consumption and sell the surplus wheat at the market at the Raiganj. What they do with that, after harvesting of the wheat, they used to put this particular wheat at their house at most of need of their family. First, what did they do is after harvesting of the wheat, they used to sell it in the market, and whatever the left after selling of that particular wheat, then they used to keep it towards the family, because whole year they want the wheat for the eating purpose. And whatever they used to sell at the place where there is a place they used to sell it, that is the Rai Ganj. A part of the land area is also devoted to the sugarcane, which is harvested once every year. Sugarcane is the raw form, or as the jaggery is sold to the traders in the Shahpur. So in the Raigad, what they used to sell the wheat, and by the once in a they used to do the production, they used to do the agriculture of the sugarcane, by which they make the jaggery and they used to sell it at the Shahpur village. Now, the main reason why the farmers are able to grow the three different crops in a year in the Parapat, due to the well-developed system and the irrigation, and the electricity came early into the Palapur, because in this particular village they have all the basic facilities, like what the agriculture they want to do. So they have the water, they have the very you can say the fertile land, they have the electricity, and they have all the kinds of amenities which they want to do in the agriculture field. So these are all the things if they have. The major impact was the transfer of the system of the irrigation. Persian wheels were till then used by the farmers to draw water, which you have read in the class 7. There was the Persian wheel. In the medieval history, I have read about this, how the Persian wheel we are using in the history, and till today we are using that. Then you by the farmers draw the water from the wells and the irrigation small field. People show that the electric current tube wells could be irrigated much larger areas of the field more effectively. Yes, by the electricity, they used to cultivate the larger of the land more effectively. The first few tubeless were installed by the government. The first few tubeless which was installed by, or you can say which was made up by the government. Soon, however, the farmers started setting up their private tubers. Like later on, or you can say that soon they're starting their making their own tube wells. As a result, by the mid 1970s, the entire cultivated area of 2 hectare land was irrigated. And now you're thinking that just like the Palampur, all the other villages get all the kind of amenities. No, it is not true. Like some of the village, they get all kind of amenities. If we talk about the other villages, just they are having a very crippled situation, or you can say they are in a very bad situation. They do not get all the kind of amenities. Just we take, if we can say the water, the fertile land, the electricity, the tube wells, and you can say the pesticide, the chemicals, all this stuff they don't get everywhere. So this have the different scenario which we this seen over there. Like somewhere if I find the good kind of amenities they get, now somewhere they find they do not get the same amenities. Say well. So here written over there, not all the villages in India has such high level of irrigation. Apart from the riverine plains, coastal region in the country are well irrigated. In the constant plateau region, such as the Deccan Plateau, have low level of irrigation because the Deccan Plateau have the low level of irrigation of the total cultivated area in the country, a little less than the 40% irrigated even today. In the remaining areas, farming is largely dependent on the rainfall. So these are the points which we have discussed in this. Now, the growth more than one crop, a piece of land during a year is known as the multiple cropping. Here which we have discussed about this is there is a way one can move from the same little land. Yes, this used to call it at the multiple cropping, where at the particular land or where at the same land you can grow the different kinds of crop in the particular year. It like if you talk about the Palampur in the particular year on the same land they used to grow the three different kinds of the crops. If we talk about the wheat, if we talk about the jawar, bajra, and the sugar cane, these are the four things which they used to grow at the same land, but given some distance that is called the multiple cropping. All the farmers in the Palampur grow at least two main crops. Mainly they are growing the potato as they third crop in the past 15 to 20 years. You can see this how what their basic are. The first one is the wheat, second is the bajra, third one is the sugarcane, and the fourth one is the potato. So these are the four major crops you can say, or the you can say the agriculture they're doing in the same year and on the same land by the different cropping things like on the which particular season they used to grow this particular crops. So these are the things which we have discussed that is there a way one can grow more than the same land. Now come to go further on the next page that about the you can see this the graph, the cultivated area, that is, it starts from the cultivated area millions. It starts from 1950 to 2012, which is mentioned in your book. They do the 120, then the 130, with that 140, 140, 140, 155, 155. The State Indian Agriculture 2015-16, the Directorate of the Economics and the Statistics Department of Agriculture Corporation, Farmers Welfare. In the starting of this lecture, which I told you that by the finance ministry, the number of the sector which they used to collect the data that a particular year, what kind of production, what kind of agriculture has happened in the particular village, particular district, particular city, particular state, and then we talk about the whole India. It used to come under this, the state of the Indian agriculture. It is directed by the economics and the statistics department of agriculture, corporation, farmers welfare. Then there is a second one, the map. They used to show in the bar graphs. You can see it starts from 0 to 160 that they mentioned the years. Like earlier it was in the small amount, then it used to slowly and gradually it used to going to be increased till how much the 150. So far what we have discussed in this lecture that in the when you used to come in the new class, so the subjects become too much like the lengthy. Now they introduce the economics. When I said that the economics deals with the market, where you can learn how to earn the money, how to do the profit. So you may take the interest in this particular subject. Then We come towards this chapter. The chapter name is the story of the Palanpur. Then we discuss about the story about the Palanpur, what the Palanpur is about, where the number of the people are engaged in the farming activities. Only the 75% of the people are doing the agriculture activities. The rest of the people are not doing the agriculture activities, which we used to call it as the non-farm activities. Then we go further, the organized production. We have required labor, land, and the capitals. That the physical capital, there are the two, the physical fixed capital and the working capital. All together make the factors of the production. Then we talk about the land is fixed. Then we talk about in the particular same land or the particular land, we can do the different types of crops, which we used to call it as the multiple farming. Then we discuss about will the land sustain. This we're going to discuss in the next lecture. I hope you like this video. Thank you.